welcome back to our travel log today.
Yeah, this will be a fun topic.
Yeah.
We just both got back from trips recently, and I'll apologize up front because I'm scratchy and I'm sucking on a lozenge and drinking throat coat tea, like just trying to do all the things. if you hear me start coughing, just focus all your attention on Gina, and I might leave the set.
She's got the
once it gets
tickle.
going, yes, it's bad. But honestly, I feel like that's part of what I felt like I was gonna walk into, leaving lovely Michigan when it was like 20 degrees.
Well, speaking
and going
of
to Florida and then coming back, and my body was like, what are we doing?
Speaking of traveling, you think you caught it from the plane?
100% could have been, because I feel like you're in that tight space. And again, I'm not going to get into like masks or no masks, but people are sneezing and coughing and eating, and it's such a tight space. How are you not sharing germs?
You know what I do? My dad used to take, what's it called? Not airborne. It's like a vitamin C one.
Okay.
I can't think of what it is now.
Okay, I mean, I remember airborne being one of the things.
Oh, is it airborne?
I mean, that's one of the things, I think.
That's what it is. But the new thing now, and I always keep it in, and I'll get into it later, but in one of my pouches, it's like a peppermint oil that you like sniff up your nose, and they said it's supposed to like help like coat.
Protect.
Yeah, when you're like in the air.
Oh, it sounds like it would clear your sinuses really well.
And it looks like real nuts. Like you're like I always try to like look around real sketchy when I do it.
Probably could do it before you get on the plane too.
Nope.
In the bathroom or something.
Nope. Gotta do it right there.
No, I definitely need to take more of those preventative steps, because I do feel like traveling is one of the things. Plus, you're never getting the same amount of sleep and stuff, so you're just like knocking your immune system down. All that to say, I'm gonna do my best, but sorry if I cough in your ear today. I'm gonna try really hard not to. So, like we said, we just both got back from trips recently. So tell us a little bit about your trip. Where'd you go this time?
Well, usually we go the same place for midwinter break. We do Naples, Florida, which is like one of our favorite spots. My parents are snowbirds, so they're always there from January to like March, April, depending on the year. So we go down, visit with them, and it's like one of my favorite areas.
Yeah, and I was in Florida also, and when we got back, we just could not stop talking about how maybe I never used to like traveling in the winter, because I feel like it's like you go from your like winter self to like, oh man, I gotta be like summer ready. It was like getting an injection of something to like have the sun on your face every day and stuff. So like I totally understand the snowbird thing now as I get older. I'm like, oh, it's like almost necessary. You've got to get out of here as much as you can when it's long, freezing winter days.
Yeah, and if you're not a close, friend of ours or whatever, I know our audience is probably still pretty small, but if for some reason you're listening to this, we are in Metro Detroit, the thick of it, like where we don't see the sun from like November to April.
Yeah, it's like it's not even just okay, so it's too cold to really be outside. I'm sure there's amazing people who are out jogging right now in this moment. And actually today is like an acceptable level
like
of where
40.
You could go outside and you're like, oh man, this feels good. But like months and months of just too cold to be outside for any length of time. And the sun, if it's out, you're not enjoying it because you're racing to your car in like a puffer coat. So, man, the older I get, the more I feel like,
I know.
Why do we live here? I love our area. So many benefits, all the seasons. But then in February, after the magic of Christmas is over and you're looking at January, February, and maybe half of March
dark
of being just like gloomy and cold, it starts to really wear on you.
Yeah. The first day that we were there, or the first morning that I woke up there, I told Ryan, I'm like, I feel happier. Just
like a new person.
And it wasn't like, oh, I'm on vacation. It was like, no, I genuinely felt like feeling the sun and like seeing it made me feel happier.
Do you feel like that's more important as you're getting older too?
Yes.
Or do you I've always loved like a good sunny beachy vacation. But it's not even about that. Like, we really didn't have time to be at the beach, and it really wasn't hot weather while we were in Florida. It was more just like 70 or 65 and the full sun, and that felt
Wait, where were
amazing.
you? Because it was hot where we were.
It varied. So when we were in Miami,
it
was a little warmer. Then we went up to Orlando. Then we were back down in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So it was a big swing.
Yeah.
Like some days it was 55. And the people down there are walking around in like puffer coats. They're complaining about like the freeze.
Yeah.
And I was like in a t-shirt. Like, you guys are. What are you doing?
Right.
You're babies. But then it got all the way up. I would say the highest day we had was maybe 80 degrees.
Yeah.
And that felt like
Magic.
I had forgotten what that felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic.
Yeah, the first time I was in Miami, like I feel like I am told I fit in. Like just looking at me, like you wouldn't think like who's this person? Where is she from?
Right.
Like I look like I could be from Miami, but they knew I wasn't because it was so hot. Me and Ava had to we were off on our own shopping. Ryan and Gianni were somewhere else. We went into a store just to cool off, and I was standing there. It was like Swarovski store or something. Like I'm not buying anything.
Pretend you're interested in crystals.
Yeah, and so the lady was trying to get us to look at stuff, and I'm like, honestly, I'm just here to cool off. Like it is so hot. She's like, you're not from here? I'm like, I'm from Detroit. She's like, this is nothing.
And
you should come in September.
Yeah, we do get a hot summer here.
Yeah.
Like we were trying to explain that to somebody in the car. We were like Ubering, and the girl's like, no, my plants died. And I was like, girl, we don't plant plants until like Mother's Day or Memorial Day. That's how high the risk is that we will still get freezing weather.
Yeah.
She's like,
you have to replant things every year.
Like, did you guys have to buy all new clothes to come here? It was really sweet. Aww. But I'm like, no, we get a very hot summer. Like, we have these clothes ready. And it is just as, humid and hot, I feel like, as some days in Florida.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's not very long.
It's not the same. Do you remember the one girl that we both, I worked with her with Chris. When she moved from the South, she was asking us there, do I need, what kind of coats do I need? And we were like, many coats. Every coat you've ever seen is what you need.
If it doesn't have a goose down in it, just keep shopping.
Yeah, wear a comforter.
I know. I do appreciate the seasons. I don't want to dog on Michigan, but I think as I get older, it is going to be increasingly important for me to schedule some kind of little break in that. And it's nice. The schools do give us the midwinter break, which is for different schools, different lengths. Ours is kind of short. It's like a long weekend I don't love. But do I love getting out of Michigan now in the winter.
I wonder why they got rid of that and how we always end up, we still get out around the same time.
Yeah, you guys have a full week.
We have a full week.
We just have an extended weekend. It's a Monday, Tuesday. They might do a half day Friday, which is kind of what's the point?
Yeah.
You're not going on vacation with a half day. But I just feel like it's so good to get some. You don't even have to go that far. Just drive a little bit south, maybe. I don't know, because I don't know if it's realistic for me to take a vacation in the middle of the winter. But do I appreciate it more as I get older?
For sure.
So I have another question for you. I think I know this, but when you go on a vacation, what is your? I think we actually talked about it recently. What is your style? Are you a planner? Are you play it by ear? Are you somewhere in the middle?
I would say I'm 90% play it by ear.
Okay.
The only thing
That's higher than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obviously it depends on where the vacation is.
Right.
But the only thing I want planned is dinner.
Okay.
If you have to have a reservation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like you said, the type of vacation you're taking is absolutely, to me, it would dictate whether you're planning more or just because, if you're hanging out in Naples, you guys are really familiar with the area.
Yes.
You know what your days might look like. We're going to hit the beach or we're going to go shopping. So I feel like when you go to a new area or, God forbid, you do a theme park vacation like we just did, there's no such thing as not being a planner anymore.
Yeah, you have to. Right.
You have to kind of get all of that locked down so you don't waste time, precious time.
But even if I go to if I'm in New York, I don't want to plan. Some of our favorite days there, obviously, again, we had been there previously too, so we knew kind of what we wanted to do. But there were some of our favorite days were the days that we had nothing planned and we just kind of
exploring.
And you found new things, and so I don't know. What are you?
I'm way heavier on the planner side, but I do like a happy mix.
Yeah.
I do feel if I don't go in with a tentative plan, and it might just be one or two things for the whole day.
Yeah.
Let's catch this monument, museum, famous thing we want to see, whatever. And then just have a dinner plan. And then the rest of the day I can figure out.
Yeah.
But I feel if I get to a new place and I don't have a plan, I'm already wasting time. What are we doing now?
Yeah.
Because then everybody's going to well, what do you feel like? What do you feel like? I don't know. What do you want to do today? So heavier on the planner.
Yeah.
Like the spontaneity of being we just stumbled into this fun place.
Yeah.
Or we didn't,
I don't know if I what happened to me in school. I mean, I know I slept through a few history classes for sure, one of my college ones. But when we travel, a lot of that stuff does not like appeal
Yeah,
to me, and
well,
which I
it's
think I've even said before.
Part of your travel style, though, too.
I feel like I should see some of those things.
I mean, only if it interests you.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you have like a moral obligation to do it.
Yeah.
And there's some things that would interest me way more than others. Like, I don't know. We went to Boston. We talk often about this. Now, if I went again, I did go again once with Chris, but we didn't have a lot of time. If I went again with like my family, I feel like we'd throw a few things in because like the kids are young enough that they're still learning some of that. But most of it would just be like walking around, exploring, hitting some of the fun restaurants, seeing the oldest bar in America. You know what I mean? Like those like things that you hear about in Boston, but
Yeah.
also like the place that has all the cannolis, like just all the fun
Yeah,
stuff.
that would be like top tier
Where
for
you
me.
would go.
Just take me to the cannolis.
I will say, I love my daughter so much, but when we go exploring, that is the hardest thing for me. We were in Miami and walking by all these like Italian bakeries and great places. We don't even walk in because she has allergies and she's probably not going to be able to eat anything in there. But like if it was just me and Chris or me and I was like on a trip with Aria, it'd be so different.
I know.
You don't realize how much of, well, for us, because we like, that's something we enjoy, how much of your trip can be like, it's just such a bummer. I love her. It's okay. We're going to figure it out. We're finding places. I mean, we always find like a cool ice cream place or something, but like we're walking by things that normally I would be like, oh,
There's like
like don't inhale. Those are fresh croissants.
free sniffs.
Right. It's just like, because that's also something that's fun to me. Like you feel like you don't really get a sense of a town unless you're like, okay, well, what's everybody eat here? What's
Right?
the most popular cuisine? Or
At the time I was in Charleston, and I wanted so bad. I was like, "What do you guys eat? Red beans and rice? Like,
oh my gosh,
tell
Southern
me,
food.
yeah, like I want to eat what you eat here." And I asked the maid or something that was like in our room at the hotel where to go, and she was like Golden Corral, and I was like,
Oh my gosh. Might be the worst of all answers.
I was like, I don't even go there at home. Like, no, I want like I'll go to a hole in the wall.
Oh man, you gotta talk to somebody else.
Golden Corral is like
That sounds horrible.
3 holes in the wall. Like just show me the beans and rice. Like,
Yeah, which we can talk about some of our tips later, but I do feel like that's one of the reasons why if I'm going to like a new place, I try to find like a Facebook group about it.
Yep.
Like it's either a local touristy one or whatever, and I feel like that's really helpful because you get like all these comments. It's good to ask for recommendations for people you like know, but if they haven't been there, I love joining. Like I'll join a group and then just delete myself after the trip is over. But I feel like you get so much good information, and then because I'm a planner, I got a note in my phone.
yeah.
Like you told me, gotta try Lucali or whatever it's called in Miami. So I was like, boom, put it in the phone. There's no way I would remember.
You did,
that.
right?
We did. Yeah,
Wasn't
we had
that so
pizza there
good?
one night. It was very bumping. It was very like busy because it was the weekend. So it was fun.
Yeah, our friends go to Miami every year on midwinter break, and that was one of the places when we went that they were like, "Oh my gosh, you gotta go." and
Yeah,
get
it was
the
really
pizza."
It was cute too. It
Yeah.
was just like a fun vibe.
Yeah, small
Very
but
busy.
cute.
But I feel like that's definitely part of my travel planning style too, is I'll have like a note before we go where I'm just throwing ideas in as I see them or as I hear them.
Yeah.
Or like we did the theme park thing. I was like, okay, there's a new park at Universal. I know nothing about any of that. So I joined a group. And then people are like, do this, don't do this, don't
Yeah.
waste time, this food's gross,
But,
like,
okay.
don't overpay for this.
Now,
you know.
question: do
Yeah.
you ever? Because I do the same thing with at least like I have inspiration. So if there is a day where I'm like, hey, what do we do? Like I can go.
You have something to go back to.
Yeah, I'll go on TikTok and like make little like, categories or collections or whatever, and then say like, well, this place has good matcha or this place
Yeah.
has good bread. But my question is, there are times like, okay, so because we are familiar with Naples, I'm in a lot of Naples groups and I will read the things. Well, if I see somebody say like they didn't care for a meal somewhere
yeah.
and I'm like, what? That's
my
like the
favorite,
best.
right.
So sometimes I get scared because I'm like, I don't know you.
That's true.
Like,
So I feel like sometimes it's like you look for trends or whatever.
Yeah,
like
or
if a
people say
bunch
it
of people
over.
are like, oh, don't waste your money, don't waste your money. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I'll write that one off. But yeah, you always get, I don't know. I feel like I'm really always hesitant about reviews in the first place. You're
Right.
like, I don't know what this person, I don't know what their style is.
Or
If
even
they're
like,
trustworthy.
locally, the like never ending, every time I'm on any group, like there's like a never ending argument between like the best Italian
Oh,
around
yeah.
here.
Or
And people
like
are always
pizza
like,
or whatever. And you're like,
Daz, Sapori, Luciano's, and then people fight like, no, Daz isn't authentic. Luciano's no
Right.
Luciano. Like, and I'm
and
just
you're
like,
like, maybe it's that we all don't have the same taste, or you're not even ordering the
there's
same
different
stuff.
regions of food, and
That's why I don't feel like it's like the end all be all to read people's reviews, but I do feel like I don't want to show up in a place that is like known for, I don't know.
world's best cup of coffee.
I was like known for, whatever, their famous whatever cuisine or something, and I'm like, all right, where do we begin? You know what I
Right.
mean? I feel like I heard this place is good, I heard this, and then if nothing else, if
Yeah.
you stumble into the perfect restaurant, fun. If you don't, you're like, I got a couple in my back pocket.
Right. Wait,
That's
so
my
are you
style.
like when you're in a new restaurant, are you like ask the waiter what they suggest?
No, never.
That's interesting. I am. And Ryan always says the same
Which
thing.
is
like,
funny because it
it's a
sounds like
stranger.
the same thing, like looking for a
Yeah.
Facebook rec. No, I usually feel like I have a very predetermined, like what I think I'm gonna like from
Yeah.
those choices. Do you actually use their recommended? Because then I also feel like I would be like, all right, I won't be ordering that.
Well,
So
sometimes
how's the salmon?
like and based on like, like the one we went to a new restaurant while we were in Florida, and the waiter no, he was the host, right? It wouldn't be hostess. He was the host.
Host, like the guy who you come in, he tells you
Yes.
how long the wait is. Yeah.
Nice guy.
Okay.
Freaked me out. Brought us to the table and was like, "So, did I tell you guys the specials?" And we're like, "We never met you.
Right.
Like, you didn't tell us anything." So we sat
In a
down.
former life, or
And he's like, "We have," and he like rambled off
I
all
already
these,
hate.
right? And then he was like, "And we also have chili, which is my favorite." And he paused and then went like this. And I was like, I won't be getting
Weird
anything you said is
energy.
your favorite. Like, then he said ice cream, and for ice cream, and I was like, you said the he
what
went
kind
from
of place
like
is this? They're still serving chili and ice cream, and they have
I mean, it
daily
was
specials.
actually like a really, really good meal. And it was
Yeah.
like a newer steak place there.
Okay.
And it was actually one of our favorite like nights
Uh-huh.
that we had. But I will
weird
sometimes take
host
suggestions like
energy.
that. Like I'm like not having the chili. I think actually Ryan did get the chili and liked it. But
Bold
like
move.
I sometimes will ask and then be like, I feel like I don't think I'm gonna like that. Thank you for telling me what not to order.
And I understand all the specials and the, this is what we're promoting because we have some fresh fish in the back and stuff. But like when they start rattling those off, because I already told you I have like good listener energy.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I guess I won't look at my menu. I'll listen and like, and then I order none of it. It's all immediately drained back out of my
Right.
brain. I don't know why. I almost feel like I'm resistant. Even if the special sounded good, I'd be
Don't
like,
tell me what to
I
get.
will get something that's on this menu so I can read it 5 times
Right.
and make sure I'm sold on it. Like,
No, I'm a specials. I do like
don't
to
try to persuade me.
You're
I
not gonna
know my
tell me
mind.
what to eat.
No, I don't know. It's an interesting thing that restaurants do. And then it's just like, just throw it on a piece of paper. I don't want to listen to like Charles tell me all the specials. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I need to like rehearse them and be like, I mean, that sounds good, but that sounds better. And then you just walk away and I'm supposed to retain all that.
Well, that is why it helps sometimes to ask what they suggest or whatever. Like I forget where. Oh, it was at that restaurant. The waitress, I actually really liked her a lot. She was so sweet, so patient. And when she came, I was kind of in between the two things, and that's when I'll say like, I'm in
Okay.
between
Like, what
these
do you
two.
recommend?
Have you tried these?
Or have you
know?
heard one's better?
Yeah, and sometimes they'll say like, well, I really like this one because this one has like a really nice kick to it, and then I'll think like, okay, well, I don't feel like spicy, so I'm
Right.
glad they said that. She literally was like, no, don't get that one, get this one.
Oh, that's good.
Trust me, and I was like, okay, and I just
She's like,
did.
That's all I'm allowed to say. But
It was,
trust me.
yeah, right, but it was really good.
So it's good. I mean, I love a helpful waiter or waitress. How are we talking about food so much? Travel.
I know.
Back to travel. So yeah, I feel like I'm definitely more of a planner, but I like a happy medium. I'm good with that. You've been traveling with little kids and older kids now. Do you have any tips that are like reliable as far as like packing, things that work for you, things that worked when you had younger kids that are just like helpful? Maybe you did them a little differently or something.
I'm a pretty like chaotic traveler. Like,
I respect it.
right? Like I said the last time we spoke or whatever, it was like, I'm packing the day we leave.
Oh,
like
yeah, for sure. Procrastinators.
Yeah, I'm not
all the
like
way,
I'm not
right?
real. So, but I would say one tip that I think that I did when they were younger was putting the ownership of packing on them
Oh, good.
at a pretty young age. And I still have them in my phone. Based on where we were going, I would write out, like, you need 5 outfits to go out to dinner with. 5, put it, and then I would list everything, your toiletries.
Yeah, how many pairs of underwear? How
Exactly,
many
yada,
pairs
yada,
of
yada.
socks?
Give it to them, and I would say, put everything on your bed, lay everything out, and I would try to make it, like, fun. Like, play some music, like, we're
Right.
going here, like, play some, Mexican music.
Creative
and,
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would lay it all out, and then I would go in and say, like, okay, what about this, what about that?
Verify.
And because they've done that for so long now that they're older, it is so much easier
It's
and,
gonna
like,
be
less on
amazing
me.
to just be like, go pack your clothes for Mexico.
Yes.
We're still almost there. We're in that phase where I feel like we have like a note, and I actually keep the notes from year to year because every trip is a little bit different.
Yeah, but pretty
But like if we're
similar.
going on a beach vacation, it's pretty much going to be the same stuff,
Yeah.
right? Shorts, t-shirts, bathing suits. And then if we have little weekend trips, even tournaments or something, I got a note for that.
Yep.
And then I send it to their like iPad, so it's all digital now. But like I've heard so many funny stories. I was just listening to a podcast of their moms, and they were talking about even having teen kids though, how specific they had to be with their. So they were, I don't know, on some kind of trip, but you know how kids like dress sometimes, like teens especially. It was everything was like sweatshirts or sweatpants and a t-shirt, sweatpants and a t-shirt, sweatpants and a t-shirt. So she was like, I had to start calling it like hang up clothes, like clothes you would put on a hanger.
Yeah.
Like if we go to a nice dinner, we're going out with our family, or where it's Christmas Eve, like please pack hang up clothes also.
Yeah.
Like, or nice outfits. And I'm like at that stage where I can at least, if I do that and I'm pretty specific, I have been able to like relinquish the packing for 3 people,
Which
thing.
is huge.
So overwhelming.
And I always make them bring like a pouch or a garbage bag before I forget, an empty one in everyone's
that's
luggage
smart,
to
yeah.
put like dirty clothes.
Dirty clothes. That was one of my other things too that I remember when the kids were little, and I really only did this for like when we did like theme park vacations and stuff. Somebody said do like a Ziploc for every day.
Yeah.
And when they were really little, like toddlers and 5, 7, that was a lifesaver
helps.
because we were in that mode where we cared. Like, oh, we're going to Disney. Put your Mickey Mouse T-shirt on this day, or if we're going to Toy Story World, and it was just like I went and got the cheapest Ziplocs from like the grocery store. I didn't even care about the quality, and everybody had like a little Ziploc with their underwear, socks, and outfit for that day.
Yep.
And oh man, that was genius.
And then
Whoever
did you
like
put
on
the
the
dirty
internet.
back in?
I remember we always usually travel with like a dirty clothes bag or whatever, so I don't remember. Probably could have just done that.
Yeah.
Or if I grabbed it all and stuffed it in one big bag, I don't know. But that was amazing. I would be like, go get your Wednesday clothes.
Yeah.
And it was like no haggling, no like, oh, I don't even know what shirt matches these shorts. Like a dream. It was smart. I feel like when people come up with little stuff like that, I love it.
Yeah, it's life changing.
I don't think I ever would have thought of that. People actually do that during the school year too. They'll get those like not clothes hangers, closet organizer things.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll be put your Monday outfit. I'm like, that's not how our house runs.
No.
By Wednesday, my kids are like, I have no laundry. And
I
I'm
know.
like, I know, me either.
Someone's always like
Somebody should do something
in my.
about
I
that.
know that's ridiculous. Someone's always in my sock drawer.
Supposed to be doing that. I
Like
know.
getting sock, but I'm like so OCD, and I don't know that you are, but like, if somebody takes my socks, I'm like, those are my socks.
Oh yeah,
I will track my
have
socks.
those back.
I need those specific socks. Don't give me a pair of your black Nike
Right.
socks. I want my black Nike socks back.
Chris steals my socks, but thank God my kids are not. We're not in the sharing socks phase.
Yeah.
I'll lose all of them immediately. I was also thinking, this is like a little bit different stage of life. I'm a little bit behind you, but I'm already starting to see how like traveling is so different because it's like, what's everybody want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Any like struggle there with like your 4 interests meeting in the middle? Or are you guys all kind of in the same vibe with teenagers?
We all have always had a very similar vibe, and my kids are kind of like like old at heart. Like
Okay.
when we go somewhere, they've never been interested. Like if there's like kid activities or like a kids club,
It's like, well,
or
we
like,
want to do what you're doing.
yeah, they never want to go there. They always usually are cool with like beach dinner or
Okay.
beach lunch, beach dinner, shopping, that kind of thing. Every once in a while, because I have a girl and a boy, like Gianni will want to do something like a little different, you know?
Yeah.
Like when we were in New York, there was like some like basketball thing that
Right.
we wanted to do. Like, but it usually
And you
works
all
out.
do it though. Like it's like you just figure out like, okay, so we'll figure that into our schedule, or do you break
Yeah.
off and do groups?
We usually all do it.
I feel like I had to have that while we were at again theme park. It was like a mixed vacation, but like my littlest is not as like ride adventurous,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's okay. But if 3 of us want to stand in line for this ride, buddy, like you're stuck.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're in a group. You got to
Yeah.
compromise sometimes. And she ended up like doing better than we thought. But I was like, oh, this is tricky because even it overwhelms me the thought of like traveling with friends or traveling with extended family. Like everybody's got their own like best idea for the day.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own idea of like what should dinner look like, or my kids are older, your kids are young. Like that starts to get overwhelming to me because I'm like, well, I want everybody to enjoy themselves.
I know.
But like, how is that possible? We all have different ideas. So
Yeah, no, we can't. We all
you
have
guys
a,
do like an extended family vacation too. Extended family meaning like not just your little family, but like brothers, sisters,
Yeah.
their kids. So does everybody? I'm interested. We've only done that really once, kind of twice. Does everybody do their own thing throughout the day, and then you have like a dinner plan, or is everybody together all the time? Because
We're
that's
kinda-
a pretty big group.
Yeah, we're kind of all together all
I
the
love
time.
it.
And same thing. Everyone has
Nobody's
a similar...
really grumpy because it's not what they wanted to do for the day or anything like that.
I don't think so. I mean, there's obviously always like little differences, or because we're at different stages in life. Like
Yeah.
my kids are teenagers, so
Right.
when we're somewhere like that, or, you know, if we're staying in like Traverse City or something like that, my kids are gonna want to get up, get out, get
Yeah.
into town, like
Right.
walk around.
Explore.
My sister and my brother have younger kids, so you know there were a few years where it was much easier to stay home for them, where my kids would be like, oh, but we really want to go out, like
Right.
that kind of thing happens just because of stage of life. But we're usually all on the same like wavelength of like we all want to like go to the beach, or we all want to grab a coffee, we all want to go out to dinner. Like it's kind of all
It's good though.
Yeah.
Because that's what you kind of want is the most time together.
Yeah.
As much as you can handle it. Unless
Yeah.
you're like, all right, now we just all go our separate ways and meet for dinner or something.
yeah.
So we talked about like packing being easier with the kids, but like I'm a chaotic packer too, and also complete last minute.
Yeah.
But I feel like something that has helped me tremendously is like those travel cubes.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing everybody pushing them on like Facebook and stuff. I'm like, you just try to get them to buy another product. You know what I mean? Man, do I love that.
Do you think they save space? Like I know they're organizationally
Yes, I do.
wonderful.
I have the compression ones.
Oh.
So it's used it like, and they call them travel cubes, right? But it's like a rectangular little canvas bag, whatever. It's
Yeah.
rectangular, and I have different sizes. I have many sets now because I've given my old ones to my kids, but the ones I have right now. And then you zip everything in, and then there's another zipper that like you gotta kind of like compress it and zip it.
Can you send me that link?
Yeah, of course. I'm sure I have it back somewhere in my history. But I do feel like even if they did nothing for saving space,
Yeah.
I also hate living out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
So if we go to a nice enough hotel where I'm going to be there for several days, I'm an unpacker.
You are.
Oh my gosh, the whole bathroom is like all my bathroom products.
I can't.
I can't live out of a bag. It stresses me out. I'm like, where is the
Yeah.
one black tank top that I know I packed? I'll take my travel cubes out and put them in a drawer. But like then my clothes aren't in the drawer, they're in the travel cube.
Right.
And then I unzip it and I can like look at what's in there and that little I love that.
Oh, I can't. My OCD will not allow it.
Is it like a germ thing?
No, well, it's a germ thing, but I won't be able to relax because I'll be thinking like I have something in that drawer, I have something over there.
Oh,
Like
see, I just at the end I open every single drawer, even if I don't think I used them.
Yeah.
Like at camp, when we go to church camp every year, like
you unpack.
100% I do.
Wild.
Cannot live out of a suitcase.
I do.
Stresses me out.
I take my shoes out. I
That's
guess I
good.
unpack. I like
bathroom
semi-unpack
stuff. Like you're not putting all
No,
your
I
stuff
have
like in a
to.
cupboard.
I'm
or-
already late for everything.
Well, also I just
I
feel
have to-
like you're constantly back and forth,
Yeah.
and where is it? I know it's in here.
Yeah.
Like
I'll unpack all my
I gotta
like
unpack.
toiletries.
okay,
And then I will hang like whatever dresses I'm gonna wear like that evening. But for the most part, like I'm working out of my suitcase.
Oh, I don't love that.
And we're in a dorm.
Depending on how icky the place is, when we go to our church camp, it is not always it's not like the Hilton, but that's why I love the travel cubes, and I feel like so I'll wipe these off or whatever when I get home, and I love unpacking.
I do use the cubes for camp.
Do you feel like they help with space or not really?
I don't feel like they help with space.
Just like organization.
Yeah, like I'll put all like one of whatever, all my workout stuff, or bathing suits or whatever, all in one thing. But I'm at the point where I need like one of those ones where you like suck out all the air. Like,
which is another thing. Wait, did you guys go carry-ons only?
Yeah.
When you told me you were doing that, I was like, why though? Because how long were you gone?
A week.
In Naples. A week's worth of stuff and a carry-on only?
Yeah.
I don't even feel like I know who you are at this
know.
point. How did you make that work?
I had to ship a lot down there.
Oh, you shipped things. Okay. Scratch.
Like my mom's there.
I know exactly who
I'm
you are.
using her. Yeah. Like
I was like, a travel-on bag is like, that's just all my bathroom products.
I got stuff down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I mean, not that I don't still respect that you did a carry-on.
I would not be able.
But you sent things down.
I would not be able to. Let's just put it this way. I would not be able to go anywhere for a week that my parents weren't there, like with my things.
Well, I'm trying to think how short of a trip I could take and get away with a carry-on. Maybe a weekend, but not really. Because this is actually another question I have for you. I know how, like, into the beauty routine you have currently. Like, I feel like you're not going there and just using, like, whatever the hotel's got. So do you have travel sizes of, like, everything that's crucial? I mean, you might not take like 8 toners or something. Yeah. But whatever you're going to use, do you have travel sizes? Do you buy bottles and transfer everything?
A little mix of both. Like I'll buy some travel, I'll put it in. Like when we went to New York, you can't. Like you can't go. When we went to New York, it was like an extended weekend.
Yeah.
I can't possibly maintain my typical routine that I would do at home. Like I'm not going to invest in all of that in travel size for the weekend in New York City. But I struggle with that too. And I follow a lot of people, and I try so hard, that like say like I haven't checked a bag in 13 years, and they will go.
I don't know how.
I don't know. And when they show what they have, I'm like, they have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I guess if you're a really good packer, maybe you have the compression situation. But this is where I struggle. They're carry-ons, at least in Michigan, and maybe they've changed all this, but like flying out of DTW for a while, like you weren't even allowed to have like liquids and stuff over a certain amount.
Yeah, over 3
so
ounces.
I don't know if that's a thing anymore.
I
think
it
was, I was like, good heavens, I'm packing all kinds of like hair stuff, and I mean, it's not like that I'm such a like diva, but like I don't have travel size of everything, like dry shampoo and things for my kids, detangler. So like I have like full size bottles of almost everything.
Yeah.
Which is probably a bad call. I need to probably invest in some of the little tiny cutesy bottles. But then I look at it and I'm like, is that enough for a week?
I know.
Or 10 days?
And it always is, but I struggle with that. Yeah. I have a really hard time packing. In fact, last year when we were in Naples with my parents, I had to leave a bunch of stuff, and they had to like bring it home for me because we had to pay like $100 because we checked a bag. Okay. And I was over on the weight. Like I struggle.
That just happened to us when we were 1 pound over, and it was the 6 a.m. morning flight that we both kind of had to deal with. And Chris was like, we're going to transfer something. And I was like, we're going to be those people at the airport.
We're going to have to.
4 a.m. But all I had to do was pull out like one travel cube and shove it in another thing. And I was like, easily a pound. It was literally like 1 pound of like socks. But he's like, no, I'm not paying. Do you know how much that? And I was like, it's 1 pound. The guy can't just have some grace. No.
Yeah. No. And we paid, it was like $100. And I'm like, sorry.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
Yeah.
I do feel like the more you do it, you do learn these like little tips and tricks that make things a little bit easier. When I see people who just look like they're professional travelers and they got that one little carry-on and like a backpack, and you're like, I bet you that's all they got, man. I do envy it.
Well, a lot of multi-purpose things, like a lot of people will have like, whatever you have for your it's your lip color, it's your blush, it's
Yeah.
your, like, like you kind of really pare down. But I do think that they've relaxed quite a bit on the liquids thing.
Oh, that's good to know.
Because I'll go through, I don't even bring a quart size bag anymore. I have a little like clear see-through bag that's,
Like a little pouch.
yeah, it's a pouch. It's about a quart size. And I will put like my skincare, like my liquids in there.
Okay.
But I mean, like my purse has lip gloss.
Yeah.
And like I will have things around or like a little perfume oil or whatever. And like they don't ever say anything.
Okay, so maybe that's gotten relaxed. That was a big thing. Because honestly, for the clothes,
They used to make you take it out.
I know. And then you're stressing. You're reading the ounces on
Yeah.
everything. It's like worn off over the time. And you're like, I think it's okay. My mouthwash, whatever.
Yeah.
That is harder for me than the clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like because you just need all these like different things. And I bring a blow dryer, I bring a hair straightener, whatever I got going on. Takes up so much space.
Yeah.
That I can't like imagine.
Yeah. You have to choose. Like if you're trying to do carry-on only, you're not bringing your blow dryer, your curling wand.
No, you're
your,
like, my hair, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's up to the climate and the universe now.
Yeah.
What I look like. Okay, so fun question. If somebody said to you right now, all expenses paid trip for you and your family, anywhere in the world, no stipulations, where do you think you would pick to travel? Or do you have like a travel bucket list and this is number one?
Both. I would pick this and
Okay.
it's my Italy. I'd go to Italy.
And tell me more. Where? All of it? Do you want to see like Rome? Do you want to go to Sicily? Do you want to do like the Amalfi Coast?
Amalfi Coast.
Uh-huh.
I that's like mainly where I want to go. I would love to say I'd want to go to Sicily. My parents are from different regions. My mom's family's from Sicily. My dad's family is from Venice.
Yeah.
I would, ideally like to visit both places.
If I knew that about your dad.
Yeah.
I just watched a really cool thing about Venice, and they were talking about how like it's so touristy, and like the
know.
people who are left there are trying to like hold on to what it even means to be Venetian. Sorry, I'm unwrapping a lozenge under the table, but it was really interesting because you do feel like that's what inevitably happens. You live in an absolutely gorgeous, remarkable place, and boom,
It's a bummer.
everybody's coming.
Yeah.
But like you want to go. Like I'm like I want to go to Venice, but they
I
don't
know.
want me there.
Yeah, and it's interesting things that have changed. Even like back in the day, like my grandparents could, I don't want to say barely speak to each other because they both spoke English. My dad's family very broken English. My grandma spoke very good English, but her language was Sicilian and theirs was Italian proper. Where now I'm hearing that even in Sicily, if you go to Sicily, like some of that, like they speak more Italian proper now.
Really?
Like even the Sicilian, like the old school Sicilian dialect,
Like they've
is kinda,
lost a little bit of it. or
Yeah,
whatever.
which is
well, you
kind
got to
of a
imagine
bummer.
people are moving around more now. Like they're more mobile. They're going like, oh, let's relocate. And
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, yeah. I didn't think about this for myself, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
I might put Italy back at the top too because I've never seen like the Amalfi Coast. We got a chance to see like Rome and Venice.
Yeah.
And that was dream of a lifetime. But I do feel like, man, I think Amalfi Coast, or sometimes when I see people's pictures of like Greece, like Santorini, like
Yeah.
that Mediterranean, like beautiful,
Yeah.
slower pace of life thing really appeals to me.
That would be more of like I want to, have a dish of pasta and an Aperol spritz and like be on the beach. Like, of
Yeah.
course I would have to see. I mean, I'm not going to be so
You
like.
have to do all the tourists.
I have to see the Roman. What is it? The ruins? I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Well, all the like
I gotta
the
see some of that.
Vatican, all the Colosseum.
Yeah, it just wouldn't be super high on my list. I don't want to make myself seem, uneducated by saying that, but like I feel like there's so many beautiful things there that I'd want to relax more. I would not want to go to Italy and feel like,
You're like sightseeing all the time.
yeah, like I want to be able to like experience that like slower pace of life.
Yeah,
there.
because then it's like you're not experiencing what it's like to be in Italy if you're a tourist the whole time.
Right.
So if you don't like slow down and say like, where do people eat around here or whatever, or what are some places off the beaten path or whatever, I feel like you're just like a tourist.
Yeah.
You don't really get a sense of what it feels like to be in Italy for a week or whatever. I don't know. I feel like I would have had other places in Europe in my top 3. Maybe France, maybe Spain. I don't know why. I always wanted to travel to Europe. So
yeah, France
those
would be
high.
cool. Now, when you're traveling, are you? I know you're not as much of a germaphobe as me, but it's actually almost become like crippling for me. Like I have a difficult time even staying in a hotel, and like one of the like little tips that I have, like something that I'm always packing, along with Lysol wipes, which I'm sure the majority of people do. a pillowcase that I can throw away.
Oh, that's smart.
If you can't bring a pillow, I bring a pillowcase from home, sometimes two, and I will put them on the pillow.
Do you like buy them for the trip? Do you bring old ones or do you just like Walmart pillowcases?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Mom. There's some like from our family that like are in Mexico. Like
they're in the garbage.
They're like blue paisley from my brother's room. Like
okay, you're just
30
using
years
something
ago.
that you can say goodbye to.
Yes.
It served you long enough. That's smart.
Yeah. And then I at least feel like when I'm laying down, to me, and I don't mean to be negative.
It's okay.
The idea.
I know. You can't even think about it though.
Why are we sharing mattresses? And why aren't all
You can't
mattresses
think about
have
it.
zippered cover? They should give you your own zippered cover. Like, this is your zippered cover.
This is what I've learned.
Zip your mattress.
Because I feel like I'm getting weirder about that in my older age. And I'm really picky about the cleanliness of a hotel
Yes.
as opposed to like where it is or how cute it is or whatever, which you don't know going in.
No.
You only can read reviews and like know a reputation. But you cannot think about it. And I have to just like walk around with a little bit of delusion.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, people say like, don't even put your luggage in there.
No.
You put it in the bathtub and you look at the mattress and make sure there's not bed bugs. Like, I'm
You
not
don't do
pulling
that?
sheets off a mat. No, because I don't want to see what's under there.
You know what a good trick is?
You know what's going to be under there? A bunch of things that I don't want to see, even if it's not bed bugs.
I know. No, I always check.
No, I don't do any of that.
I'm not walking
just
on the
praying,
carpet.
praying that I don't see a bed
No,
bug.
I'm bringing shower shoes. I have shoes to wear on the carpet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking the mattress. I'm Lysoling the doorknobs, the light switches. I bring a Ziploc
Everywhere you
bag for
go.
the remote. If I am in a
Everywhere.
hotel, you can ask my kids. I'm stripping. No one is using the comforter. Like my kids even know. Like they walk in hotel rooms
Oh,
like this.
yeah.
Like they're like, what?
I've screamed at my kids in a very scary like way that I'm not proud of
Yeah.
when they like would bring a stuffed animal when they were younger because like their comfort.
Yeah.
Drop it on the floor of the
It's
hotel.
dead.
I'm like
Dead.
That's a garbage rabbit now.
And
It's a garbage rabbit.
Birth, it's garbage. Yeah.
I'm like, well, now we have to ziplock him, and he just stays in your suitcase. Like, oh my gosh.
I want to be laid back so bad. I can't even wear a hotel robe. I'm like, I don't know that they washed this.
That
What if
does
somebody
not appeal
put
to
it
me
on
either.
and then hung it back up? Like, I can't.
I get suspicious about all of that stuff,
Yeah.
especially since I feel like over COVID, everybody's policies changed about
Mm-hmm.
how often they clean a room or what that looks like. And I just feel like we've never gotten back to the place where we were before, where we're like, are you going to come clean this room every day? Like some hotels I feel like are still going like,
Oh, I don't even let them in. Once
we'll
I'm there.
clean if you want us to, but maybe we don't. Like they almost
Yeah.
want you to be like, no, it's cool. I'm like, this is why I came.
They must
If
love
I
me.
wanted to clean my own stuff, I would be at home.
Oh, you let them? I don't
Oh, I
let them
want them
in.
to clean.
When we were in Mexico.
What are you doing? They don't replace your towels? And stuff?
No, do not disturb the whole time I'm there. You're not coming in my room.
Oh my gosh.
No,
I
I'll
want them
call
in there as much as possible.
I'll call for more towels.
Take more garbage out. Give me more fresh things.
Nope. I don't want anyone in my room. No.
Oh, wow. I did not see that coming.
We have the do not disturb sign
The whole time.
The entire time. They actually call
They're not like
us.
emptying your trash or anything.
I'll empty it myself. Don't come in. Don't touch my stuff.
Why are you going on vacation if you're
Sniffing
taking
my
out your own
underwear.
trash? Oh my gosh, I was not going to bring this up, but have you seen all the controversy about the travel girl?
With the Keurig? With the underwear?
I actually followed her. She's not a travel girl. She's like a fitness whatever.
don't even
Unless
know who
I'm
she
seeing
is.
like another repost of it or something. For the listeners who might not know, she was giving a travel tip. Now,
Yeah.
I think there's some controversy about whether she said, I was just joking. I can't believe people took me
I thought it was
seriously.
AI at first. I was like, no way she's doing this.
She was like, if you run out of underwear, I saw this awesome tip where you put your underwear where like the Keurig pod goes and run hot water over
Who's
them.
even using the Keurig? I don't.
Let me
drink
tell
out of
you,
the coffee
if
machine.
there was ever a comment section that you wanted to just like run to because you knew people were gonna like, they were like, have you seen the sink and the tub in the bathroom? Which that was one of my little travel tips. Like I always go everywhere with like a laundry pod or two. Sometimes like liquid if I know I'm like driving or something, but like just throw a couple pods, like they don't leak or whatever. You can get the powdery ones. And then worst case scenario, you underestimated your underwear, your kid falls into a mud puddle. Kids are kids, like they spill juice all over. You got the sink and you got the bathtub.
You got a plan. Yeah.
And then you could hang things up to dry them. Worst case scenario, ask about laundry services. But like, when she said that, and like, I don't know if it's like a real controversy or it's cooked up, I was like, I'm not one to like drink my hotel Keurig anyways.
I don't drink the coffee machine.
But could you even imagine being that kind of a monster? What's going
They're
on
coming
with people?
they're coming after her for that. She's
Well,
being sued.
I keep hearing mixed things, and I'm like, sue her, absolutely sue her.
Yeah.
That's the most disgusting thing, because the hotel chain was like, we got to replace all of our Keurigs and
Also,
stuff.
underwear are the smallest item, dare I say, besides socks in your like, and especially for women, they're so just like,
Which is why they fit where a Keurig thing went. But
like, how did you run out of underwear? I bring 85 pairs of underwear for a 3-day trip. Like, how do you run out of underwear?
If there's anything you overestimate on vacation, it's how many underwear do I need? But also, there's a sink in your bed. And why do you think hot water? What do you think you're doing? Like, do you think that just that warm water is cleaning your underwear? You're like, you need to employ soap.
And also, like,
and what are you doing?
Be better. Like, make everything you touch better.
Right.
You're not thinking about the person behind you. You're like, I'm just going to do this because it works for
me. If she was genuinely sincere, what kind of monster? And it made me feel like I don't even know what kind of world am I living in? People are just like, to heck with everybody else, I need clean underwear, and I'll do this monstrous thing. Like, it was blowing my mind.
Why do you think I feel the way I feel in hotel rooms? Like, I'm bringing a Ziploc for the remote.
I
Like,
guess this...
You don't know what people do.
This, like, controversy, whether it was real or created, made me feel like, what else is happening out there? Now, I might not be able to sleep on my pillowcase.
They actually say the easiest way to check for bed bugs and this would be good for you.
Don't even.
No, but it'd be good for you if you're not, if you don't want to pull
I'm not pulling off the sheets to see what's on the mattress.
I'm pulling back the mattress. I'm like looking in the corner. Another easy way, they are drawn to heat.
Okay.
So they say take the iron in the room and just press it on the sheets. And if there's something, they will be drawn to the sheets. And do you know what not to do with this?
No.
Because they can hide in the fabric headboards, and I won't name the hotel so that they don't come after me, but I was in a hotel once.
Are you ready? You're going to turn into an internet monster.
Seriously,
yes.
No, I mean, I did it on the fabric headboard. And
you burned it?
I burned it a little bit.
I could have saw that coming.
I mean, it's not like super noticeable, but if it were at my house, I was like, no.
Oh, yeah. You didn't get a bill?
I was like, let me see if there's bed bugs here. Like, yeah, I didn't get a bill. I would have.
There's like a triangle burn mark. They're like, what is this psycho doing, ironing her clothes standing up?
I was like, this is wrinkled.
They really should give you like a board or something. Like,
I don't even iron my clothes. That's the only time I ever use an iron.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, I did not see that coming. No, I don't. I have to operate with some level of just delusion. I do the Clorox wipes. I do the shower shoes. I'm on my kids about don't drop your clothes on the floor. Are those slippers going in a bag when we're done? Because they're like, I want to have like hotel slippers. I'm like, okay, but you know we might have to burn the slippers. We like bring the pair you care about the least because they might not ever come back in our home. Like I do all that stuff, but you
can sleep peacefully.
I can't think about it too much.
For a volleyball tournament once, two of my like closest friends, we all like roomed together. Like the moms roomed in one room and we let the girls go in the like adjoining room, and they were like, we dare you to not check these mattresses. Like we dare you.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, so I did it the first night.
They were just messing with you. Like they knew you couldn't do it.
Yeah. And so
they didn't suspect that there was actually something wrong, right? It was just more like, can you make it?
And we were not like it was dog dare. Right. And I checked the mattresses and didn't tell them.
Okay.
Until we were on our way home. And they were like, how did it feel? And I was like, I checked your mattress and it was bloody. And they were like, what? I'm like, you don't even
You see what I mean?
To do that? See what I mean?
See, it's better not to know. You have to just like, well, what are your options? We're going to request a new room every single time?
You've never done that?
No, because then I feel like I'll get another room and there'll be something worse happening.
We were at Disney.
I have requested a new room when there was something like egregious.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like more tolerant about it now because I'm just a little bit like, I don't know, they put me something worse. I've had a mouse run through my room at a hotel.
Oh my gosh. I had a
mouse.
Single hair on my sheets and I made them come change the sheets. I was like, and I'm going to watch you do it.
See, I can't do that anymore.
I stood there the whole time. I was like, I'm going to watch you change your sheets. I don't want you doing anything weird on
my fear would be they'd put on a new sheet. There'd be like 5 hairs. And they're like more creepy than the one.
I was like, these are all right.
No, I don't. And I am always amazed at how little they're willing to accommodate you. So I feel like that's getting harder. As customer service gets worse, I'm like, I'm just going to have to be more tolerant.
I'm just going to have to be more medicated. I don't even know, like, seriously, I'm gonna have to take like a Valium before I have a hard time in a hotel.
I love that you said that you needed to be medicated because I have one other question. Are you like a nervous flyer? I feel like people do medicate themselves for sure.
I'm not, surprisingly. I mean, I don't love the takeoff and the landing, and I do have my little, like, I have to touch the plane physically with my hand when I board. Like, I have to touch it. Like, I have like little things that I do.
Okay.
But other than that,
I thought you meant like inside. You're like, brace yourself.
you guys
I'm like,
better not need any more room.
Whatever gets
like,
you through, no judgment.
No, like I touch the outside of the plane. I don't know why. I just do.
Just like,
yeah,
we're in this together, buddy.
Other than that, that's one area where I do feel like my faith like comes through like without me even thinking. Like, there have been some reassuring experiences and things that we both have heard about that and flying and all
I'm
that.
still a little bit of a nervous flyer, but I feel like having kids has helped tremendously because I feel like I have to just like put on a good front.
Yeah.
Because like my kids are fine. But like I feel like the first couple times they flew, when they were old enough to realize we were flying, not like lap kids, it freaked them out a little bit. And I was like, this is like a nothing burger. Like people do this every day for work, and like it's gonna feel a little funny in your tummy, and then it's like. But meanwhile, I was like, I hate this part so much. Like the feeling of ascending, and then you're like. You're waiting for that drop in your stomach kind of feeling. Like, what if we just didn't do it right? Every single time.
Do you remember when we flew the first time after 9/11? Which I don't mean to smile about because it was a very serious thing.
Are you about to get us canceled?
No, I'm not going to go into like the weeds of it, but like we were sitting together and like something happened that was very like familiar with what had just happened, and I like looked at you and you were like, "Don't even say it! Don't even say it!" And I was like, "I'm really scared."
Like maybe we were profiling a little bit, people on the plane or something.
Yeah.
Yes, but I feel like it helps me when I'm with somebody else because then I'm like, you're fine. Right. But like inside, I was probably like.
You were acting real strong.
I
was like,
look at everybody at the airport. Like, are they getting on my plane?
Yeah.
I don't like the look of him. Do you know what I mean?
He's sneezing.
It could just be like just average Joe in his like sweater vest. And I'm like, what's in that briefcase? What do you got in that briefcase? Like, my brain.
We had the best experience
flying turn it off.
Out. Like our flight from Detroit there, the lady was like, she was my dream. If I would have had more time, I wanted so much to compliment her. She did everything that I said that I would do if I were, like, she was like, do not stand up until your zone is called. And I was like, yes!
I love that.
It was the most organized
people
thing.
Need to hear it too.
Like,
did people actually listen? Because that's my second question.
They listened to her. I was
that's
like,
amazing.
look at all of us. We're on
look
the
same
same
team. Look at us all functioning in society.
It was beautiful. Mm-hmm. It was beautiful.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love when there's like really good like stewardesses and what's flight attendants.
Yeah.
We don't say that anymore. I was like, what's the male counterpart? I could not produce a word in my mind. Flight attendants who are like proactive about stuff like that, and like you can just tell like they've been doing it a long time and they got it down. And you're like, yeah, can you tell these people?
Like maybe people don't like control as much as us. Like I want to say, like you're in control. Like you can literally tell us to do. We will do whatever
I know
you say.
Have to.
Like,
They'll drag you off this flight.
Like, could you please tell him to stop sneezing without covering his nose?
Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy theorist either. But like right while we were about to board our really early morning flight, which was like a huge mistake with kids, they called a guy up to the thing, and of course you're like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know. And they were like, yeah, and you can only hear every like third or fifth word, but like he needed to go all the way back through the gate attendant and the security to do something he hadn't done. And so immediately my brain was like, don't let him on. We're not letting him on, right?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
We got like 20 minutes. Like that kind of stuff gets my brain spinning. Yeah. It's like the hotel. I got to just like, nope, turn it off. Don't think about all the possibilities.
I'm going to keep trying.
Yeah, because, I mean, traveling's fun. We love it.
And one last question for you, because I just saw on the Today Show, they were talking about a lot, like Tampa came out, and it was kind of like a joke, but the Tampa airline came out and said, like, look, we've seen enough. We're banning, like, you can't wear pajamas to the airport anymore.
Oh, really?
And it was, like, kind of a joke, but some of the airlines are coming out saying, like, let's consider dressing a little, like, what's your airport style?
Which is how I feel like it used to be.
Yeah, people used to wear suits.
Yeah, like it was like, whoa, this is a privilege and we're doing something important.
And Lord knows you're paying enough for flights.
I'm pretty firmly in the middle on this because I understand now, especially with kids or like having a 6 a.m. flight. Yeah. Do I want to get into like a button down shirt? No, you want to be comfortable. But I do feel like there's so many amazing options right now for athleisure and athletic wear that looks very respectful. golf clothes for guys that are basically jogging pants or joggers, but they
Right.
look real buttoned up, you know? Like, I don't feel like you should be like in your jammies.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't feel like you should really be anywhere in your jammies
Agreed.
in society.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, we talked about the movie theater, but I'm saying like maybe there's some places where you could be like, ugh, okay, boomer, just like calm down, even
Right.
though I'm not a boomer. But no, not traveling unless you're a little kid.
I agree.
don't see.
Yeah.
I just want us all to be like, this is a nice experience. Let's not make it worse for each other.
Yeah,
We're all
agreed.
happy.
I'm dressing in layers.
Yeah, layers for sure. I do feel like it sometimes is either freezing or like you're like, I can't breathe on this plane.
Yeah.
So layers is always smart.
Do you see all the people? There's this TikTok the other day where a guy brought a dozen eggs in a carton and he was eating the eggs just to see people's
No.
reactions, but he kept like rubbing his nose with it. He'd like rub his nose.
Wait,
with
like a hard-boiled egg?
no, like a raw egg, and it was like dripping out of his mouth.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I was like,
he's obviously doing it for
but
like.
the guy next to him was just like looking at him and like trying to figure it out. I would be like, help.
Air marshal? Do we have an air marshal?
What is he doing? He's gonna get sick. He's eating raw eggs.
No, I mean he obviously couldn't have been doing it for real. For real. Do you think it was just like a internet stunt kind of situation?
Oh, he was actually eating them,
Would
but
they
it was
let you board a
it was a
plane with
stunt.
eggs?
I think I saw the.
I thought you meant hard boiled. Somehow that's worse though.
Right? No.
No, because you know the smell of a hard boiled egg.
Yeah.
I was like,
He's like rubbing it.
that's like a public safety situation.
I saw the flight
You don't
attendant
do
with
that to
their
people?
like phone out, so I think maybe they were in on it. Maybe he said like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this. Like, it's only gonna take like 5 minutes."
Right, and then everybody will chuckle.
Right, and the guy was super
But
supportive.
you don't even know, because I do feel like people are wild enough nowadays, as exampled by our cleaning your underwear in the coffee pot thing.
Yeah.
People are wild.
Oh, they are.
And they are not considering the whole of society when they're making a lot of their decisions. So
No.
to see anybody doing anything on a plane for me would just be like, probably.
Yeah, nothing's shocking.
I don't think I would assume it was a joke. I would be like, well, we got a monster.
Right? Sitting next to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Should have left that
Awesome.
guy at the gate, but nobody asked me. So.
I wish they'd ask me more things.
All
about
right.
anything.
Well, I mean, hopefully, if you are traveling in the near future, maybe picked up a couple of tips. But also, I love hearing people's like.
great time.
Also, yeah, have a great time and drop us some of your favorite travel places.
Yeah.
I love hearing like, oh, we went to, I don't know, you just hear something and you're like, I've never even considered that.
I know.
Someplace in Tennessee or something, and you're like, oh, it's beautiful, and it's like, and I'm like, I don't even think that was on my radar.
Hearing a lot about Destin, Florida. I hear that's beautiful. Like
I've
beautiful water.
So
Yeah.
I feel like if you have a really good spot
Yeah.
that you love, drop us some info about
And
that.
are you checking for bed bugs?
You can also tell us your travel style. Ignorance is bliss.
Right?
Or put up the do not disturb and do all your own
Do
housekeeping.
you need to be medicated?
And thank you as always
Yeah.
for joining us again.
Thanks for joining.
We
We'll
love
see you
chatting.
later.
Bye.
Bye.